From the ashes to school the masses. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Scholars of Wrestling show. I'm your man behind the microphone, Scholar Jeff. To my left is Scholar Brian. What's up, sir?
Yeah, it's different. I'm always the second one, but there's a reason behind that, because Scholar Tarek is on location in Florida at the moment.
Lovely Florida.
Yeah, hope you're having fun, because we're not.
Yeah, it's a little warm here on the East Coast.
A little warm. I'm wearing long sleeves because I'm an asshole.
and Scholar Tarek is actually the one on location in lovely Florida, going to Disney and eating wonderful food and enjoying the lovely weather with his family. So, good on you, but in the meantime, the rest of us are back home roasting.
And also, it's that time once again.
It's pay-per-view time. This time we're looking at WWE Backlash 2017.
Yeah, there might be some backlash if some predictions come true.
Or don't come true. But, yeah, let's get into that. WWE Backlash 2017. First match, which, as far as pre-show matches go, this one actually has me really interested. Believe it or not. Ty Dillinger versus Aiden English.
See, I am completely opposite of you, because this is basically a filler match.
Yes,
which
but
is
it's also
fine.
a filler match between two people I haven't seen in the main roster in a good long while.
Which is
so
weird.
It's fresh enough to me.
Which is for you, okay, because you haven't been keeping up with Smackdown, right?
I'm afraid I have not. I've had work during the time.
Yeah,
when
this match has already happened, and Ty Dillinger has won, and it's going to happen again at Backlash.
I agree.
So it's one of those things, like, legitimately, that I don't know what kind of appetizer I would call this if we're going with our usual food metaphors, but I just don't know, because yeah, you're gonna get the perfect 10 chance. That'll get the crowd into it, but it's also one of Aiden English is gonna sing, because that's his gimmick now.
Yay. Actually, it was his gimmick at a certain point in NXT years ago.
Well, he bought it back. He's the drama king now, and Simon Gotch killed his career. Killed it dead.
Poor Simon. What have you done to yourself?
No, not even that. But he killed Aiden English's career too. He took him down with him, and yeah, this is a filler match. It's basic. I don't really care all that much, because it's I want Ty Dillinger to actually have, like, a program. It's time. He's had a month of these squash matches to introduce him to the crowd. It's time to have, like, an actual opponent who can actually give him a challenge. Aiden English is basically jobber number one at this point. So, don't really care. Ty Dillinger picks up the obvious win.
Agreed. In the meantime, I'm wondering if maybe there will be a chance that Ty Dillinger will go on a feud with the winner of this next match. Luke Harper versus Eric Rowan. Again, I haven't been always up to date on my Smackdown. Walk us through this. How'd this come to be?
It kind of randomly happened. They just randomly announced it last week. Okay, no build-up or anything.
So I didn't miss much, then, is what you're saying.
No, it's like there was no build-up whatsoever. They were just like, throw these two guys in a match. Why not? Wyatt family match. Ex-Wyatt family member match. And, yeah, even though Eric Rowan has been putting up some creepy photos, and he's the one who's basically getting most of the airtime and all that, the Talking Smack, it was announced on Talking Smack that this match was gonna happen. Eric Rowan comes out in his goat mask, gives Renee Young a balloon, immediately pops it on her.
Oh, so we're looking at heel Eric Rowan now.
Yes.
Huh.
And I don't know. This is like the one match that I don't know because, first of all, don't really care because of how they built it up, which they didn't, and all that. And I want to say Luke Harper because of my facial hair and because apparently I look like Luke Harper to all of our friends.
Hey, considering how well he wrestles, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
So you going?
But the way that Eric Rowan is going with his creepy Instagram photos and Twitter pictures and all that, and all of his potential sister Abigail pictures, like, it puts me at a 50-50. I don't really know, but because this one I'm gonna have to go with Luke Harper because he's my boy. I base my looks off of Luke Harper, and because of that, Luke Harper wins this match.
So in other words, you're following your heart and you're pulling at me.
Yes, because I honestly have no idea, because like I haven't seen these guys, and this came out of nowhere, legitimately.
Alright, in that case, I'll tell you what. In light of everything you've just told me, I'm going to go with Eric Rowan. Because, again, if he's a heel now, I can see him maybe winning this match and going on to feud with Ty Dillinger. Because Ty Dillinger is going to need someone new. This seems like a nice setup. Again, given the limited amount of information we've got on this match so far, I'd say that's about as much as I can muster.
Yeah, that's pretty much a lot of this pay-per-view. Really, like I'm interested. Yeah, it could go two ways. This pay-per-view as a whole, it could be really predictable and boring, or some interesting stuff could happen. But it not good build-up, which is basically par for the course with one show pay-per-views.
And that's a genuine shame.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's still lots of fun stuff left on the card, including the potential that can be found in this next match, Sami Zayn versus Baron Corbin. Who do you got?
I wasn't sure until Smackdown, where Baron Corbin took the clean loss to Randy Orton after beating down Sami Zayn. Now, Sami Zayn, being the jobber to the stars that he is and is seemingly destined to be, is the guy who builds up the big talent. He did it with Samoa Joe. He's gonna do it with Baron Corbin here. Baron Corbin will pick up the victory to get him ready for his potential Money in the Bank victory at Money in the Bank.
I'll tell you what. As much as I really don't want to root against Sami Zayn, not ever really. As much, I have to admit, Baron Corbin has been on a roll every time I see him.
Yeah, he's definitely improved from the days of when we've railed against him in NXT, and his role on SmackDown has been fun. He lost to Dean Ambrose, which didn't make any sense, and this could help get him back on the road to upper mid-card main event level status. And everybody who wants to jump to that higher echelon goes through Sami Zayn. So anytime it's a new opponent for Sami Zayn, I feel like it's easy and predictable to pick the opponent of Sami Zayn, because Sami Zayn is the new Cell Master. Okay, he makes other people. He's taken over from Dolph Ziggler, and they're both in my eyes, they're both enhancement talent on this card. And that's basically what this card is. It's enhancing. This pay-per-view is about enhancing talent and starting new things going into the summer season. So your big push is, at this point, in my eyes, Baron Corbin to the next level. And to do that, hey, Sami Zayn, here, feed Baron Corbin, Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. The evidence is too strong for Baron Corbin right now. You gotta do it. Okay, so we're going from that to yet another match that could seem kind of clean cut. We've got six women tag team match. Naomi, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch versus Natalya, Carmella, and Tamina.
See, I don't think it's as clean cut as you might think.
Even as it was coming out of my mouth, I'm like, is it that clean cut? Yeah, it kind of is, but maybe it's not.
Because I think heel turn. Someone on the face team is going to turn heel.
Are you thinking?
I don't think it's Charlotte.
Who are you going to say?
I think Becky Lynch turns heel.
Really?
Because she's said in interviews that she wants to turn heel. She's the one that the welcoming committee, aka the worst stable name in the history of stable names.
If it lasts, it will be the worst.
But she's the one they went to try to get her to beat up Charlotte. What if everyone thinks that Charlotte's gonna turn? Swerve.
You're calling a red herring on this?
I'm calling a swerve. Becky Lynch turns, and the welcoming committee pick up the victory. Because also you got to build up Carmella because they're doing the women's title, the Smackdown women's title storyline, and apparently Carmella's going to be the next challenger.
Ooh,
how is that going to go over if the heel team loses?
True.
So Becky Lynch turns, Carmella gets the pin on Naomi, and there's your next pay-per-view women's title match.
Huh.
Then you have Becky Lynch versus Charlotte, and those are going to be barn burners.
I gotta say, though, just the way this is going, just with all the points you brought up, this is actually, even the prospect alone, just knowing that it could happen, that makes this match way more interesting in my eyes. Just even if Charlotte turns, it'll be enough of a twist. But what if Becky Lynch does turn, or what if Naomi turns? That will be an interesting enough thing to make it worth my time. So I'm going to follow you there.
I feel like for me to give a crap about this match at all, there has to be a turn. Okay, because Becky, Charlotte, and Naomi are too formidable a team. Like, they should beat the crap out of Carmella. Okay. Tamina, they need to build her back up again for me to even give a crap about her at all. And Natalya's a joke at this point. I'm sorry.
But, are you really?
Hey, you gotta speak the truth. At this point, Natalya's a joke. At this point, Natalya's a joke. So what chance would they normally have against the women's champion, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair? Okay.
Not much of one, unless they turn somebody.
Yeah, someone's turning on that face team, or else this is going to be like 2 minutes long.
Yeah, I have to agree after everything you just said. However, I do have one little scholar's quick talk for you. More of a question point in your direction. Heel Becky Lynch. Thoughts? Honest opinions?
Boner.
Okay. Looking for a one-word response. There we go.
That's it. I've seen her heel in NXT, and that worked amazingly. I even though she was in a team with Sasha Banks at that point, I think that Becky Lynch has it in her to be an amazing heel.
Yeah, I know that she has had some experience, so we'll see where she goes with this. In the meantime, now I think we've got on the docket something that looked like, on paper, it could have the potential to be match of the night. Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles for the U.S. title. Who do you got, Brian?
What confirmed this result to me was what happened on Smackdown when Kevin Owens took out AJ Styles' knee with the United States title. That is so that AJ Styles doesn't look weak when Kevin Owens beats him at Backlash. There's going to be shenanigans. Kevin Owens is going to target the bad knee. AJ Styles isn't going to be able to do the phenomenal forearm because of it. Or he's not going to be able to lock in the calf crusher?
The calf crusher, yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to lock that in fully because you need leverage. You need to have leverage, and with no knee, you can't lock it in correctly. You take that away. You take away the phenomenal forearm. The Styles Clash, you need to be able to stand on both legs. So that is the fallback. As Scholar Tarek always says with Cesaro, there's always that caveat. Whenever he tweaks something in a match, that is the reason he's going to lose. Okay? This is it right here. I don't think AJ Styles becomes United States champion. I think he gets back into the world title picture soon enough. I think that this is just a placeholder in order to start their SummerSlam stories. Because word through the grapevine is Chris Jericho's coming back after his tour wraps up. That's why Kevin Owens is still doing the highlight reel thing. Because Kevin Owens came out, did the had the Jeritron 5000. Instead of Chris Jericho's highlight reel, it said Kevin Owens highlight reel. Why are we still on that if he took him out and that's not going to come back at some point? So I think that this is a placeholder feud. AJ Styles isn't going to come out of it with the United States Championship, and the knee injury is the selling point of why I'm picking Kevin Owens to retain at Backlash.
Why do you have to keep making so much sense tonight? Seriously, can't you just make it interesting and not know what you're talking about once?
AJ Styles doesn't need a title to be fucking
and
amazing.
Again, you're completely right. Everything you're saying is making total sense now. And hey, not for nothing, with the last run that Chris Jericho has had, they're going to want to hang on to him. So as soon as Fozzy comes back and to the States and their tour ends, Jericho's going to be back. And everything you said makes total sense. However, you're making too much sense, so let's move on to something that makes no sense whatsoever.
What was your pick?
Kevin Owens.
Oh, you're picking him? Okay.
Yeah, it's hard not to agree with that logic. However, right now we need to throw logic completely out the window. We're looking at the Usos versus Breezango for the SmackDown Tag Titles.
Oh, logic's still here. Okay.
I'm just going to say, I'm going to follow my heart and go Breezango on this one. I hope they win.
Firstly, okay, Breezango is hilarious with their fashion files. Okay, I'll put that out there right now. However, I don't think that's enough to put them over the top and get the tag team titles on their first shot.
So you're saying
maybe in the future, like keep this feud going, maybe. But I think the Usos retain because it's not just paranoia. It's the Usos. They need to keep that going. They need to keep what they've got going on right now, and it makes no sense. I think it's too soon.
I don't care. I want to see the Fashion Police with a tag.
This is your going. This is your going with your heart. one. I had mine. Now this one's yours.
Okay, here we are. Back to the split. So, all right. I think we've danced around the topic now for long enough. Let's just get on to it. Shinsuke Nakamura, the in-ring debut on the main roster of my boy.
This result should be obvious to everyone with a brain. Shinsuke wins. Obvious. Dolph Ziggler.
Wait, what'd you say?
Shinsuke wins.
I still can't hear you. One more time.
Shinsuke wins.
There we go.
See,
feels good, don't it?
See, because here's the thing, okay? I've always been on board the Scholar Jeff Shinsuke Nakamura bandwagon ever since that Sami Zayn match last year. I'd never seen him before.
Even after all the New Japan matches I sent you?
I watched them the day of. You sent them to me. I watched them the day of, so I could prepare myself to watch that match. But NJPW style and WWE style are two different things. So seeing him in a WWE ring, seeing him work the WWE style in NXT, and seeing that fantastic match versus Sami Zayn, which I gave Match of the Year to last year. Okay, I've been on the Shinsuke Nakamura bandwagon ever since then, and so apparently is the WWE, because they gave him that amazing entrance the day he arrived on Smackdown,
and I am so happy.
Violin, and I'm happy that it's Dolph Ziggler's Cell Monkey that they're putting him up against in his first match, because if anybody can make those kicks look like they kill a man,
yup,
it's Dolph Ziggler. I'm calling it right now. This match of the night.
And I so hope
not
you're
even
right.
a question. Not even a question.
I hope Ziggler sells the Kinshasa like death, which is they've got to be.
I hope he flips. I hope that he gets wrapped around Shinsuke Nakamura's knee, and as Nakamura is coming down, you just see Dolph Ziggler flip everywhere. That's it.
I want him to pipe in a Wilhelm scream.
The perfect opponent for this man. The segment last week was kind of weird, because it's like they forgot they had NXT footage of Shinsuke Nakamura. Because apparently you come out to the WWE and it's a blank slate. There's no footage of you anywhere. That's it.
Or maybe they want to keep it a mystery. Maybe they want to keep it to people who...
Which is weird,
people who have not seen NXT.
Which is weird, because that is a very select few nowadays. But, yeah, this... 4 stars. This match and AJ Styles versus Kevin Owens is what make this card. That make this pay-per-view to give a damn about at all. These 2 matches are the ones you're gonna need to watch no matter what. No matter what. Like when you look at this card, if you hadn't been watching, okay, and you look at this card, what are the 2 matches that stick? What are the matches that stick out in your head? Like, oh, if I don't watch this, if I'm not able to catch
Ziggler and Owens versus Styles.
Yeah, if I'm not able to catch this pay-per-view, what are the 2 matches that I need to watch immediately?
Ty Dillinger versus Aiden English.
Take a nap. That's
okay.
You obviously need one, but yeah, this is the beginning of a meteoric rise to John Cena-like levels for Shinsuke Nakamura, and the dude deserves it, and he's going to beat Dolph Ziggler, and Dolph Ziggler's going to make him look like $1 million, and it's going to be amazing.
That phrase you just said, meteoric John Cena level rise for Shinsuke Nakamura.
They're all calling it.
That sentence, that phrase.
It's been said that
baby.
they want Shinsuke Nakamura to be the next John Cena. They said that. And I'm like, well, someone who actually deserves the title.
I can actually do something with the Uber push.
Exactly.
Oh, if they do it, please let it happen. Please. Speaking of let it happen, that brings us to our main event. Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal for the title. Let's talk about it.
I don't want to hinder Jinder. I don't want to.
Are you hindering Jinder?
I'm hindering Jinder.
Why do you gotta hinder Jinder?
Why am I gonna hinder Jinder? Because there's one thing for... First of all, he's beating everybody. He's beat Randy Orton, he's beat AJ Styles. Normally, you beat a bunch of people, you get shot back down at the pay-per-view. Get my logic there. Okay. Second of all, I'm going back to it. Okay. About, what was it, a month ago? The last time you see him on Raw, he's losing a squash match to Finn Balor. He doesn't have... Before his pinfall victory over... to become the number one contender, hadn't won a match. Hadn't won a singles match since he came back. And God knows he hadn't won when he was with the company before in 3MB. Okay, suddenly this dude is the... I can go with number one contender. I could go with that. The WWE champion? No.
Yeah.
No.
I don't care.
You and I...
I'm gonna say it. I'm calling Jinder Mahal to win. I want it to happen. So I can soak up everyone's tears.
I already have a bet going with Hell in a Forum co-host Charlie Marone.
Oh,
I have a bet going that $20 bet that my jaw will drop at the performance of this match, which I'm going to win handily. Okay, because my jaw drops never. Okay, but okay, good performance or not, I don't. Randy Orton wins. Randy Orton wins.
Oh man.
Because there's too many places that I want. There's too many people that I want to see Randy Orton face, and not enough people that I want to see Jinder Mahal face for the WWE title. Therefore, it makes more sense to me for Randy Orton to be champion. I'm sorry, Jinder. I don't mean to hinder you, but in this one case, you need to be hindered.
I say you do not need to be hindered. I still believe in you, Jinder. Jinder Nation. Let's go. Let's make it happen.
I want to say you're trolling, but I know you're really not.
Not this time. So I admit I'm trolling sometimes.
I know you're really
stuff,
not, because you've been saying it. You've been saying it for weeks now that you want Jinder.
It'll be
to
something
the
different. It'll be something new. They can
It'll
have
be
a presence in the Indian market from a sales perspective, and not for nothing. It'll make my friends cry.
That is a good.
You can't argue with that one.
That last one is a thought. Okay, but it'll be something different. It'll be something new. Okay, those two things, it still needs to make sense in the end.
It makes sense to me.
And that's all that matters to you, but to me, it makes no sense whatsoever. The fact he's number one contender makes no sense to me whatsoever, but hey, we're here now.
I still think it's hilarious.
But if he's the champion, it's like, God, what happened? That's it.
All right. So there are our predictions.
I kind of want it to happen just for the lulz. You know,
join the club, buddy.
It'll be like when Zack Ryder won the Intercontinental title.
Oh, that was
Tarek? How do you like that reference?
That was delicious.
And when Mojo Rawley won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. How you doing, Tarek? Out there in sunny Florida.
Now you're thinking like me.
Yeah. But I can't go as far as to give Jinder Mahal the WWE title. I'm sorry.
But can our listeners?
Indeed, can you?
Yes, it's on you now. Let us know what you think. You heard our predictions. Let us know about what you think is going to happen at WWE Backlash 2017. Leave us a comment. Subscribe if you want to hear more. Drop us a line on our Facebook page, whatever you feel like. But most of all, don't forget to follow us on our Twitter handles. Follow us on our main page at ScholarsOW. Brian, where can they reach you?
You can find me not posting at Atomic Beanpole.
You can follow Scholar Tarek at the Avataric, and almost forgot there, fooey me. And you can follow me at I'm Robbie Rage.
You know what's funny? Okay, I tried to piss Scholar Tarek off again because I was on Hell in a Forum. I was on the Hell in a Forum podcast on Monday, and I said I'm Robbie Rage. Oh, one word. How do you like that? But it's a good running joke here nowadays.
You got us. You know our running jokes, and you know who we are. We're the Scholars of Wrestling, and you have just been schooled. You're welcome. See you at Backlash. Woo!